Welcome back. You can see by the light in my eyes, the smile on my face, that this is going to be inspirational. I want you to get ready to be inspired as we welcome Alexa Schempers, the visionary, and I stress the word visionary, founder and creative director of Rethread, a Cape Town-based fashion label that beautifully weaves together sustainability and style. This is my kind of slow fashion. Alexa's journey from a self-taught designer to being recognized on TikTok's first ever Visionary Voices Africa list. That is massive, is nothing short of remarkable. And her brand, Rethread, which I think a lot of you in the game already know about, is not just about fashion, it's a movement that champions local craftsmanship and sustainable practices. I feel like after that introduction, we've got to give her a round of applause. Welcome to your Feel Go Breakfast show. I wish we had a live studio audience to add gravitas to these moments because you've got an incredible journey, and I'm so glad that you're here to share it, because I think it doesn't just speak to the bigger picture of where fashion is, but to what people, creatives within the industry, can do now, and it's a different game. But for those who don't know the brand,
yes.
Talk us through Rethread. How would you kind of put that into one picture?
So yeah, Rethread is a women's wear brand, and our collection is unique because it consists of 3 categories. So we have new clothing, which is traditionally made clothing off of a pattern and a fabric roll. But what we're really known for is our upcycled pieces. So we rework vintage, usually blazers and denim, into new designs. So that's what we're really known for. And then I also handpick some vintage, which we just resell. So that really makes us different in terms of what our collection consists of.
There are so many layers to this, and I think it has to, let's start with the purpose, because I get a feeling there was a moment where you were like, because you come from a traditional design background where you could have gone a slightly different route.
Yeah.
Was it a moment where you were like, hang on a minute, this is broken, something's not working, why am I not able to combine this piece with that? And was it a connecting the dots kind of thing? What bore this creation?
Yeah, so I was actually lucky enough to study my master's at Amsterdam Fashion Institute.
Wow.
And it was actually in circular fashion entrepreneurship. So we learned all about how to incorporate sustainability into your brand. So during that time, I was exposed to so many cool brands combining sustainability with style, and specifically in the re-fashion industry. So if you don't know what that means, it's basically any brand that incorporates resale, rental, recycling to extend the life of garments. And when I came back to South Africa, I had this moment where I was like, where am I going to shop? So I decided that it was a perfect opportunity for me to combine sustainability and style and take some inspiration from what I saw while I was in Amsterdam and, create Rethread.
Let it manifest. Just let it come into, and I'm sure it changes every day. With each garment, it might take you in a slightly different direction.
Yes, correct.
I recently learned, for me, in terms of my understanding of slow fashion versus trend. And when we talk about style, there is a place for trend. And often that's driven by what happens on TikTok. So for TikTok to recognize you as a visionary in the style space because what you represent, and you don't represent fast fashion, just adopting a trend because it's there and it's popular, yet that still has to be spoken to. It has to have its place within style, within that overarching look. For you, what does style mean? Because you live it in such a beautiful way.
I think it's taking parts of what you like, parts of trends that you might resonate with, but not all of them, and incorporating it into your own personal style. And I think that's what we do quite well. It's like we don't just jump on every trend, but if it's appropriate for our aesthetic and our style, then we will find a way to incorporate it.
Let it breathe.
Yes,
in that
exactly.
Space. What's the vision, Miss Visionary? Where do you want to take this now that you've got this kind of traction, this kind of validation, and the commercials can start to reveal themselves around what you're doing? Where do you want to take this? Because the sky's the limit now.
Yeah, I think for me, I always envisioned the brand to be on an international scale, and with online it's so much easier to be able to ship orders all over the world, but I think this platform gives us really that opportunity to collaborate also with creators and other brands internationally. And just keep pushing, sharing our message and sharing our amazing products with everyone.
And they are amazing, and I know if you're in that game, in the fashion game, and you're looking for something that no one's seen before, you're going to your 20th event, being able to curate looks in this way is something quite remarkable. advice for other entrepreneurs? Because you've entered that phase now where you've got to believe that you're doing it and that this is working. And that's a difficult kind of bridge to cross for a lot of entrepreneurs. Support structure, motivation, purpose, whatever it is. What advice do you have?
I think there's no perfect time to start. I think the best way is just you start by, you learn by doing. So definitely just start straight away. And I always say, like, the most important thing about building a business and a brand is by building relationships. So really prioritize that. Start with your own network and then, put yourself in spaces that inspire you, because those are the best place to make the right connections.
You are creating those spaces for a lot of other creatives, so thank you so much for doing that. We'll keep all of the details up on our social media platforms, but head to tiktok.com /Rethread_?Lang=N. We've got that little link up there, but we want to just give you a little bit of a taste right now. Take a look at this.